Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of Finn React. Today we're doing another tier list. Now this tier list is very simple. I already did the video of women. Now we need to go to the other gender, to the men. The men of AEW. We're not doing looking and all that. We're going based on where they stand on the AEW roster. So according to this, I broke it down to...
Stop!
Well, hold on a sec. I have to change. I wrote talented twice. There we go. Correction. We did talented twice. There ain't no two talented people. We got what's best for AEW. We got the talented. We got the future. We got the MJF mid. We got people who need some work, and we got ones that just want to make you go, huh? They're still around? Or, huh? Why are they here? Anyway, let's start off. So, we got Aaron Solo. Now, Aaron Solo, I think... they haven't used him that much. I think he's kind of floating in ROH right now. I don't know. I don't know where he's... right now we're doing Aaron Solo. Hopefully we'll see something with him soon. Action Andretti. You know, I think he had his moment, you know, beating Chris Jericho. Now he's kind of just chilling on the roster right now with everything else. But the problem is, with him playing with Top Flight, he's just kind of back being a mid guy. I don't know the whole water gimmick thing. I think that's a little weird. But I think right now he's mid. Mid! Alright. Adam Cole. Adam Cole's actually been getting slowly but surely back to the top. I think it's going to take some more time. He's definitely talented, but right now, I think once he gets 100% better, he then will have his run. Adam Page. Definitely he's best for AEW right now. As much as the whole thing with Adam Page, you know, I really want to see Adam kind of get back to at least one or two more title runs, win the title, and I think we'll see something more with Adam Page real soon. Maybe he'll win the title this on Revolution against Swerve and Samoa Joe. Who knows? Alex Reynolds. Alex, I think with the category of Dark Order, I think they need some more work fix stuff for them. I think Reynolds needs to just do a little bit better, because I feel like they're not really using the Dark Order anymore. They're just kind of there. Andretti, he's gone, huh? He's gone. Get him out of here. He's a released one. He's back in WWE. Angelico, one of my favorite superstars from Lucha Underground. He's kind of right now mid. I think they need to do something differently with him, but I don't know. Bring him back to the roster and make him like a contendership for like maybe a tag team or even a TNT championship. The problem is right now, without Jack Evans, it's just Angelico just staying pretty. So one of the two. I keep getting Cool Hands or whatever. I think right now what they're doing with the whole breakup of the group, so they're kind of... I just feel like they need a little bit more work with him. Either give him a good single run, or just make him a really good guy, and maybe rival his former partner. My editor just said that I should change my opinion about this one, but I don't care. Anthony Bowen. He's definitely a future. I think right now with him being a trios championship, they're kind of just sitting him pretty. I don't know what they're going to do with the Acclaim. Right now with the Bang Bang, Bullet Club, whatever scissor group they are. I think they need to work around it, but I don't know. Anthony Ogogo. He's still part of the roster. Hold on. It's Anthony Ogogo, still part of AEW. Oh, he did sign with. Okay, so he did re-sign with AEW, but I think he definitely needs some work just to repackage him for the future. Maybe we'll see that. Air Fox. I think he's a good mid because I don't know what they're doing with him right now. He's back in ROH, so. Mid! I don't know. I feel like they need to do something with him fast. And the whole thing with Swerve, it was just. It came and gone. Ari Daivari is still part of. Huh? I even know he was still part of the roster, to be honest. Austin Gunn. He's definitely a future of his father. I just think they need to just more work with just those two rather than what they're doing right now. Bandido, whatever his name is. He's right now currently hurt. I think once the hype got in, it was just kind of like, okay. I think when he comes back, he'll be good again, but I don't know. He's kind of just sitting there, sitting duck. Big Cass, I think he's a future. I think right now, with him getting back into the AEW 5 again, we're finally seeing Big Cass to where it should be. And I think we're going to see more Big Cass real soon. Are we going to see him more when he's with Ricky Starks? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, right now, they just lost the title, so who knows what they're going to do with Big Cass. Billy Gunn, for the guy who's at the age of 50, he is very talented for what he's doing. He's in great shape. Definitely, I was going to say we're going to see more. Hopefully, we'll get one more big title run with Billy Gunn before they finally say, you know what, Billy, you're done. Brandon Cutler. Man, I don't know how I think about this, to be honest. I think he just needs some more work. I think they just need to do what they did with him before. The whole gimmick right now with him, it's just, no one watches it. Brian Cage, I think he's definitely talented for what he's doing. So the only thing I want to see is what they do. I think if they get him away from the Mogu Embassy, we'll see Brian Cage for Brian Cage. Brock Anderson is, I know this, he got released, so he's part of the Why is he on this? Brody King, I think he's a future single superstar. I think right now what they're doing, Brody King being part of the House of Black, they need to do something him differently. I think after his fight that he went for the title, they were kind of pushing for him doing a single run, but it never happened. As much as I want to say it, I'm not a big fan of Daniel or Bryan Danielson right now in AEW, but he's definitely what's best for AEW right now. And for him just to run his career, retire as a member of AEW, I'd say give him one or two big more title shots, and you know what? I think we'll actually be happy with that. Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy, to me, I think, is a future. Kind of like Brody, he needs his own little single push, but the problem is you kind of surround him with the House of Black. It kind of just distorted out to just seeing Buddy as the backup of the group. Not really that special yet, so. Dash Wilder, okay. Right now for AEW, for the tag teams, he's definitely a great member for the AEW. Just for the tag team division, FTR is like at least top 5 tag teams right now with AEW, what they have so far. Chris Jericho is definitely big for AEW. Just the fact that Chris Jericho been with AEW probably from the start, and the fact that Chris Jericho is still doing the same thing with Billy. The fact that they're doing so well for their age. It's a matter of time though. Chris Jericho finally crumbles and says, "It's been real. Time to rock out and eventually get to a Hall of Fame." WWE, AEW, I don't know. Christian Cage. Now here's the thing. Christian Cage is very talented because of his experience being with AEW and WWE. Right now, with his whole thing doing with the father gimmick is a little too much. But Christian Cage, for his title history, his record career, and him being the current TNT championship, I think we'll see more of Christian Cage. Christopher Daniels, I honestly didn't even think he's still wrestling. It impresses me, but I think they need to do more with the Fallen Angel gimmick, but it just haven't seen Christopher Daniels since almost honestly TNA. Chuck. Mid. Sorry, Chuck. Don't put a grenade in my pants. Claudio Castagnoli. I think he's going to be a future World Heavyweight Championship. So let's see what they do if they're going to still keep him around with the BSC. CM Punk, I don't even care. Get out of here.
Everybody's a suspect!
Next. Colt Cabana. I think the same thing goes with Brandon Cutler. The fact that they're kind of just stalemate with Colt, and I know Colt's been off and on. I want to see Colt actually be Colt Cabana. Maybe bring him back to Dark Order. I don't know. Colton Gunn, I think, goes in the same category as Austin Gunn. Definitely he has a future. Will they work with it? I don't know. It depends on what they do. Danhausen's definitely best for AEW. Do we need to go even more with Danhausen? I'm sorry, guys. Danhausen, actually, he's way better than Page. So let's put him. There we go. If Danhausen actually watches this, guys, please clip this and let Danhausen know that I'm a big fan of his. And maybe we can collab together. Make some money. Daniel Garcia is definitely the future of AEW. I think Daniel Garcia definitely shows who he is. In that ring, out that ring. I mean, I think he's actually, to be honest, I think he's very talented. He's definitely going to be a future champion. I think finally we're seeing that big single push for Daniel Garcia. So, we'll see. Dante Martin. I think Dante is also, right now, is definitely a mid. It's just, I feel like they're not doing much with the top flight anymore. Darby is definitely best for AEW. And I think Darby is going to be a future World Heavyweight Championship once they figure out to work with this project. Darius Martin, I will put in the same category as Dante. Very mid. Let's see what we've got.
Mid!
Wheeler, Wheeler, I would have to put in the same category as his FTR buddy. Future tag team, I think they'll have to work a lot more. They're definitely best for AEW. Dustin Rhodes, he's definitely, I think, to me, a talented guy. The fact that he's been wrestling for almost double-digit years, and he's still the same category as Chris Jericho and Billy Gunn. For their age and doing what they can, I think they need to just do one big title, and then he can end the career happy. Eddie Kingston, to me, I think he's definitely what's best for AEW so far, because he's one of those few guys that can make good gimmicks, and definitely we'll see more of Eddie being one of the top guys in the business. Ethan Page, I think, to me, is a future World Heavyweight Championship, TNT Championship. Right now, they're kind of doing the whole thing with ROH. Let's just bump him up to the big roster, have him versus the big guys, and hopefully we'll see more. Evil Uno, I will put in the same category as Alex Reynolds. I think they need to do more with Dark Order again. I think it's kind of there. I almost forgot that Griff Garrison was still part of AEW, so,
Who the fuck is Griff Garrison? This is Griff Garrison!
Yeah, same category. ROH, just guys that get their ass kicked. Hook, I think, is very talented for what he's doing so far as a member of the roster. I think right now, what they're doing with him is pretty fair. I know they kind of maybe went a little too ahead and pushed him for the title. But we'll see what he does with the FTW, and hopefully we'll see more of Hook. I was going to say, it's a word to CM Punk.
Send Hook!
Exactly. Isaiah Cassidy. I think to me he's very mid.
Mid!
Just because of the fact that Private Party is just getting back into tag team division. So we'll have to see what they do with him more. Jack Perry. I don't know if Jack Perry is still on the roster. But let's say Jack Perry is still part of the roster. I think he's definitely, for his time in AEW, he's definitely big for AEW. Hopefully we'll see him back. Jake Hager. I think the problem with Jake Hager is that the fact that, with his background career in WWE, they kind of just made him look like a mid. But I think right now we need to put him as a future. I just think they need to just do something differently with Jake. Jay Lethal. I think Jay Lethal has honestly became a very mid superstar.
Mid!
The problem with Jay Lethal is that they boosted him, and now it's just like him, Sanjay Dutt, Jeff Jarrett. Where is this going? Jay White is definitely I would say a future, because he's going to be a future heavyweight championship. I just think it's going to be the amount of time till they do something with Jay White. But for now, he's been very mid, but he definitely has a future. Jeff Hardy. Oh man, here's the thing, guys. I love Jeff Hardy, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. The fact that, it's very, very, very difficult to see what Jeff Hardy is right now with the whole thing that went on with him. I have to be very fair, and it kills me to say, for where he is right now, I think he's a slight mid.
Mid!
They need to bring back the Broken Gimmick or Willow just to save Jeff Hardy. Just give him his last run, guys. It's irritating to watch me see Jeff Hardy like this. It's just they're not doing much with him. Even though he almost got his head smashed by Sammy Guevara. Jeff Jarrett, I think, again, I want to say people say he could be more of a mid-card, but I think they need to really do something different with Jeff Jarrett. It's sad. I'm surprised, once again, he's part of the group that's been wrestling for years. It's just sad. Johnny Silver, once again, Dark Order category, they need work. Johnny, whatever your last name is, television, Johnny, very mid.
Mid!
It's just back where he was, very mid. Jon Moxley is best for AEW right now for what he's shown and what he brought with him the years that he's been around. They just need to do more with Jon Moxley. Josh Woods. Give him a repackage, and I think he might be alright. Juice Robinson. I say once again, kind of category Jay Lethal. Very, very mid. Even though they do have a big name.
Mid!
It just seems boring right now. Keith Lee. I love Keith Lee. Keith Lee's very talented. I think right now it's safe to say, until they figure out what they're doing with Keith Lee and he gets back from his injury, very much of a mid person. Kenny Omega, for his career, definitely has to be best for AEW. Very fair. Kip Sabian, I think, needs major work with him. It just seems like they big named him and then he just went away. Bring him back. Bring him as a dangerous guy. Bring him back with Penelope Ford, and let's get some business. Commander. Again, I think right now where he is, very mid. Finally, they should do something different with him. I can never pronounce this guy's name right. Also, I'm not really good at pronouncing Japanese names, some of them. I think he's definitely a future for the business. Right now with the Don Callis family thing, it's kind of just sitting there until he becomes a future heavyweight champion. But we'll see what we got with him. Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher is very mid, even though he's a champion. I think they need to barely push him with his partner when his partner finally comes back. Hopefully we'll see more Kyle Fletcher, even though he's a champion. Kyle O'Reilly. Is he still part of AEW? Is Kyle O'Reilly still part of AEW? Okay, so he is still part of AEW. Very mid. I think if they brought back Bobby Fish, it would have been fine, but until he comes back fully healthy, it's kind of a safe card to put him in. Lance Archer. The problem is Lance Archer, they kind of just really threw Lance Archer with the Vincent and the other guy, and it's just, to be honest, this Lance Archer was a big guy for the business, and now he's just sitting in the middle. Hopefully Meat Madness will eventually come. Lee Johnson. I hate to say it, but I kind of have to say it's ROH kind of ground game. Same thing with Lee Moriarty. It's just very... He's just kind of hanging. I will say it's in the rightful term. Luchasaurus needs major work on his career. They're just using him very nonchalantly with Christian Cage. It's just sad to see Luchasaurus' career just become more work in mid. It's just, we're not seeing Luchasaurus that we know, or Killswitch as he wants to be called. Whatever, Christian. Yeah. I don't know what they're doing with Luther. It just seems very out there with him. Malachi Black, to me, I think is very mid. In the category House of Black, I think he's a future if they push all three of these guys into singles competitions. I mean, it's only fair at this point. Mark Briscoe, talented. His career says it all. Definitely going to be eventually on the top. I think he just needs to finally work. I know this is Kyle Fletcher's partner, but I don't know his name. We'll put him as his buddy, as his team. Mark Sterling. Look, if I put you after Luther, you got a problem there. Mark Quinn, okay. Mark Quinn, I think, goes with his buddy, Private Party. Very mid. Hopefully we'll see Private Party soar up and drink up. Another one of my favorite, Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy is one of my all-time favorites. I think right now, very, very, very mid. It's sad to see the Hardys in this situation. But, you know, he does have a hot wife, so he does have a plus. I know, Matt. Speaking of the Matt Jackson, big part of AEW for the tag teams. If you had to put 5 tag teams for AEW, the Young Bucks is definitely up there. And this list is getting very, very big and very, very... Speaking of... Where is his buddy? Definitely needs some work, and hopefully we'll see those two pushed. Maybe turn against one another. Matt Sydal, to me... Matt Sydal mid. I just think right now they're trying to use him, but it's just he's almost in the point of his career to just about be up. Max Caster is a future in this business with his buddy. The Acclaim is like one of the top, I would say at least in the top 10. Top 5 is debatable, but we could push towards there. Michael Nakazawa. I honestly don't even know if he was still part of AEW. Miro. It's hard to put him as a category of mid because I just feel like it's not his fault. It's just WWE need to do something differently with Miro. Involve the wife. MJF, if he's still with AEW, he is what's best for them right now. -1. Oh, it's definitely best for AEW. I can't really say much about anything bad about a kid. Brody Lee, for his career, for what is best for AEW, definitely has to be best for AEW. It's only fair what they're doing with Brody Lee and his career. Rest in peace. Nick Camarado, honestly, I didn't even know he was still part of AEW. So, it's definitely before Mark Sterling. This list is getting ridiculously long and ridiculously crazy right now, guys. We're going to have to go through this as best as we can. So, next on the list, Nick Jackson, best for AEW. Nick Wayne is a future in this business. Just need to get Nick Wayne in Nick Wayne mode. Orange Cassidy, best for AEW. Not questioning anything about this. Ortiz, mid. Pac, I'll say Pac is a respectable future again. Actually, you know what? I'll put him talented. Definitely talented. Says, who the fuck is this guy? Parker! I follow him on Instagram. Part of his group. They need to do something with Parker. I think he needs some work, but please do something with him. Paul White, talented, best as a commentator, best as a wrestler. For his career he's done for the WWE, AEW, etc. Respectful, talented, big man. Penta, definitely talented for what he's done for the business. Peter Avalon, I honestly didn't even think he was still part of the roster, so yeah, huh? Powerhouse Hobbs, talented for what he does for the business. I can't question anything different with Powerhouse. Future World Heavyweight Champion. Alright, what do we got? Preston Vance, 10, or just Preston Vance, very mid. QT, I almost was going to put him at home because I just realized he got released. However, he is still part of the roster, so technically, he's still better to me than Mark Sterling. Penta, I think. Talented. Lucha Brothers. Top tag teams. Ricky Starks. Can you guys see the list? Yep. Ricky Starks. I have to put Ricky as talented. I can't say much. Ricky. Roger Strong, I think, is a future in the AEW. Just work around him. Roos, very mid. The only reason because it just seems very like, what are we doing with Roos at this point? Sammy Guevara, personal preference, I have to say, he is best for AEW. As much as people give him shit, he's done more than most of these people on the roster. Just saying. Samoa Joe, current World Heavyweight Championship, huge part of AEW, so I have to say, it's getting ridiculously. Santana, once again, I would say in the same category as his compadre, even though they're not compadres, they're just rivals. Very mid. I don't know your first name, so we're going to have to put you as Big Guy Singh needs some work. Scorpio Sky, I think once again he became a mid again. They need to do something with Scorpio Sky. Serpentico, I think needs major work. It just seems that it's a matter of time. Sean Dean, do some work. Call me a mid. See what happens.
Mid!
Sean Spears, he's released. He just appeared in AEW's and NXT, so he's released. He's part of the bottom. And while I'm at it, I can actually put Sonny Kiss on that list too, because Sonny Kiss is technically there. Anyone else? Oh, Zach Clayton is also released. Slightly better than CM Punk. Okay, Sanjay Dutt. I don't think he wrestles, but definitely need to do something different with him. Sting. An ode to his career. Best for AEW. This is the best Sting we've seen since TNA. My opinion. What do we got? Mark Sterling. Slightly better than Marky Mark over here. Stu Grayson. Is he still part of? Didn't he like? Hold on. Is he still part of AEW? Is Stu Grayson still part of AEW?
Nope.
Okay, so he's still part of AEW, but he's
Nope.
Is he still part of Dark Order? I have no idea. Needs some work. Josh Woods. There we go. Now the group is all there. Swerve. Best for AEW so far. This is the best Swerve I've seen in a long, long time. Butcher. No, Blade. Never mind. They're both. They can do something different with these guys. Same thing with Kiss Sabin. Do something with them. Tony Nese, honestly. Whatever. Trent? Where's his buddy Chucky T? Chucky T, put Chucky T. We need to do something with these guys. Wardlow, I think, talented for what he is. They just need to do something with Wardlow. This whole Undisputed Kingdom thing, I think he's the one key that should not be part of it, in my personal appearance. Finally, Wheeler Yuta. I would have to say Wheeler Yuta is, I know you guys can't see it, but Wheeler Yuta, I think, same category. Future. Anyway, let's go over the list. So first we got our best for AEW. People are going to give me some riff that Danhausen's on the list. You better pay me back. I wouldn't change anything so far about who's on that part. The talented portion, I wouldn't change a thing. The future, yeah, I would keep it. The MJF, help me out here. Yeah, we got a lot of mid stars. It's such a shame to see Jeff Hardy on that list of mids that I did. It's a shame, but he, once again, the age is definitely out there. That's good to me. The needs some work, I agree 100%, not changing that one. And the yeah. And I know Adam Copeland's not on the list. I know there's a lot of people who are not on the list. So, yeah. Who knows? Maybe they'll get an updated list. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more tier lists, let me know in the comments below. Give me an idea of what to do. If you haven't yet, guys, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, share the video, let me know what you want to see. Check out the links where you can find me at the end. And as always, check out the videos over there to see what Matter has in store for us. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Michael, signing.